So very sorry, but we have a pair that needs some love for about 15 to 20 minutes, I think. So we're gonna have to pause the whole squad a little bit, and when we get back, you guys are gonna have a couple of warm-up shots for sure. But if we don't pause the whole squad, it will be very not good timing for people. So we will. Exactly. Just if you come over here, we will get you all a little drink, and you settle down a little bit. And when we get everything done, we will. When we get close to done, we will announce it. Sorry for this inconvenience for now.
Hey, can we get a fresh pair of oil too?
doesn't fit your thumb, it's going to be harder to do. So spring lock and tap, instead of two, right? Or just the twice, right? Yeah. Again, you were down five, right? So those 360 pounds. Right. It's like a knot kind of pull. I try to pull it apart. So this won't be locked in, right? So that's not locked in. And try as hard as you can, and it is not. So also with this, it's like the best way to describe it. Push pad or spring. Yeah, you actually see it close to the wall. Again, you see it from what that does is it actually pushes against the tab of the bottom, just pushes it back over the sets, right? So what that does, there's no movement in your back. You can't move it left or right, up and down. It doesn't matter. People say that it feels, it looks like a sport car. Talk to everybody about it. We have more. I never figured it out. He's I can try to make. Do you have any questions? I wish I charged everybody. Follow our pages, keep up to date on all the products. Coming out with clear ones soon, clear and outers. All those things. And then spotlight. I can show you. Have you seen this? Yeah, those ones I have seen. I've seen this one as well, only just when they were installing it. The sign less police or more information. What? I know. I told them I happened to catch a lady. Yeah. I'm going to set over here, and they're going to ask me what you know from. I'm like here flying. I need a couple inches though. I need a couple extra for high beat.
I checked the class. This guy in class.
You'll never go back.
Oh, you'll get.
You'll fall in love with it. Right. The American way. Say the American way. You'll never go back. Yeah. Brothers.
Maybe not a
I was just hoping that. Right, because I had the veteran one, and when it was tough, you were trying everybody. And so, also we do have our Joe Cole reamer tool. So because of the compression,
Told me what he did every break.
like get it wider. If you get that reamer, storm coordinates are anything along because one product's more than the other. But yeah, so the best way is if your pro shop has reamer tools, he does. Best way to do it. So the best way to do it. Because there's a deep. It actually is easier to get it over but it was always.
Okay, so first of all, I don't think there's any mechanics that could have done that quicker. That Jesper Bastian was managing this one perfect, changing the whole chassis in a couple of minutes. But we will do this now. All of you will get one ball each on the lane that you're not supposed to bowl on. So one practice ball on the opposite lane that you're supposed to bowl on, and then we'll go around and erase it. One ball per head on the lane that you're not supposed to bowl on. Oh, so, yeah. One ball each.
Okay, we are finally back on the streaming. We have to experiment. Well, everything happened at the same time. Apparently, we have some issues on lane 9 and 10 and overheating engine. But the crew and the staff in the bowling alley, they managed to solve that a lot quicker than we were expecting. That was a great job again by Jesper and Sebastian, the team from Olympia Bowling Alley. Amazing stuff. And then, obviously, when things want to go wrong, they start going wrong. We had some issues with the streaming as well. It feels like somebody stepped into the wrong cable. It took us a while to get that fixed, but now we are back on track. And we're going to start talking. First of all, let me say thank you so much to Rockhead number 1. He's just become a BAP subscriber. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate you being over there. Let me say hello to absolutely everyone who's watching. Thank you for your patience. We're sorry we've been silent for a little while, but probably that prevents you from having to take an aspirin after listening me talking over and over and over again. But good news, we're going to have a very special guest with us in a couple of minutes. The one and only Ryan Barnes is going to join us pretty soon. It's going to be fun for us to be spending some time with Ryan. We're going to ask him a few things about the event, about the week in Sweden, how he feels. Maybe he can tell us a little bit which part of the DNA is he blaming for being such a good bowler. Is it coming from mom? Is it coming from dad? Has he taken a little bit from both of them? So we welcome everybody and feel free to start texting, start doing your own commentaries and talk as much as you want. Let us know if you want to know. If you want to have some question from answer from Ryan, you can start texting on the chat. And in the meantime, I'm gonna let you know how the scoring pace is going on this third squad of the day. At the moment, we have Tommaso Radi on the lead with 239. Tommaso was doing really good on earlier squad. He just found himself in some trouble in the last game. He missed a couple of single pins, and that ended up going quite expensive for him. He shot 160, and he couldn't make it as high as he was willing to. Number 2, Trevor Roberts, 236. Number 3, Sean Rush, 232. Then we find Kaisa Samuelsson, a girl with 225, looking pretty good. Roni Leskinen from Finland, 221. Thomas McNeil, 216. Antonio Fiorentino, 211. Timo Putkisto, 211. Max Lorenz from Germany, 205. Elisa Hiltonen, also from Finland, 204. And Jonas Iversson from Denmark, 203. So we have 11 bowlers so far above par. It's not the highest scoring pace we have seen so far, but it's a long way to go. It's another 5 games in this squad. Probably we saw a little bit of a lower scoring because of that little interruption we had due to that machine failure on lane 9 and 10. But as I said before, it was incredibly fast fixing by the crew in Olympia Bowling Alley. So we're gonna wait for Ryan to join us as soon as he's ready. And well, here we are. What can we see? Yes, the star of the hour is here. Ryan, nice to have you with us. It's a pleasure to be talking a little bit with you. I'm going to make a little bit of fun since you're here. Yeah, that's the way I do things. It's a big pleasure. It's a big pleasure. I have to say, this last year, due to my back problems, I haven't been able to bowl so much. So
sorry to hear that.
No worries, no worries. I have a lot of games in my back, and probably I'm gonna get back on track pretty soon. I actually told Martin I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I bowl this event next year. So I have 12 months
You have a goal. Yeah.
12 months to prepare myself for these tricky situations. But what I wanted to say, I do have a lot of fun every time I want to see something about any of the new releases on Storm, since I couldn't bowl myself. Usually I do the reviews on my own channel, especially for the Latin speakers and Spanish people. But now when I wanted to know something about the bowling ball, I really spent a lot of time watching your reviews with your
That's
dad.
awesome,
Yeah, it was very funny. I had a lot of fun, and Some of the times it's like I see when your dad tells you a few things about, your
Yeah.
dad is old school, the same for me. So sometimes when he says something, it's like I
I
have
try
the
to,
same
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
I think I feel I'm thinking the same way. So it's very fun and really entertaining channel. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you to keep on going with that
Of
channel.
course.
I'm a real big fan of that YouTube channel. If anyone over there has not seen it yet, it's Beef and Barnsey,
Beef and
isn't it?
Barnsey, and then I also have my own channel, Barnsey Bowling. So
I don't know that one.
yeah,
I haven't followed that
yeah.
one
You,
yet.
you might need
Then
to check. Might need to check that one out.
I have something else to look forward as soon as I'm back home. Definitely. But since you're here, let us know a little bit. How are you feeling? First off the lanes, it's always fun to be back in Sweden, isn't it?
It is awesome. I love Sweden. This place is beautiful.
It's one of the events that I'm personally looking forward the whole year. I'm waiting for this event, the Lucky Larsen here in Helsingborg. Not only because of the big amount of talented bowlers you get to see and a lot of good friends from all over the world, but the whole experience is a lot of things happening around the
Yeah,
main event.
yeah. There's a lot going on.
Wednesday, for example, we had this new Iceman Eliminator. We had a kind of pro-am in a way. I know this one's going to get bigger for next year. But for you, from a professional perspective point of view, how fun was that?
I actually did bowling in it, but I watched it and it looked super fun. It looks like everyone was having a good time. I played around with the punching bag thing over there, and
Yeah, that was pretty fun as well with the boxing machine, right?
yeah.
Did you get any closer to those 300 they were looking for?
I had 278. That's all.
270. Oh, you did better than
It
me.
would have been a good score,
I
but
made
yeah.
275, and I was pretty proud of it. I shouldn't ask you about that one.
No.
Now, if we look at the scores, we really have to have a look because Trevor Roberts is front eight on lanes 7 and 8. We haven't seen yet any 1400.
No.
We haven't seen any real high games, and especially when people is switching to another pair.
Pair to pair is that's part of the challenging of coming to Olympia is they're tricky pair to pair.
Your own experience, you bowled how many? Three squats?
3 squads now. Yeah.
Now, let us know. You did a very high one. You changed your strategy from squat one to squat two.
Yeah.
Let us know what did you change, what made you change. What did you find out on squat one that you wanted to do different on squat two?
So squad one, I kind of approached it like I would any other pattern. Like, okay, when it hooks, I'm gonna move left or a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that there was just too much friction in the middle of the lane and the front part of the lane to just you can't make the usual slower and left because well it hooks more.
Yeah, it reached too early,
So
definitely.
you really have to amp your speed up, to use less hand, and control the mid lane. I think rotation is also a big part of controlling all the friction.
So that was the main difference for you when you entered the second squad. You decided it was going to be a little bit of a different approach, use a little bit less of the wrist.
I really buckled down. I decided I'm like I know they're hard. I have to make a lot of good shots, get score early, and then just grind the last couple. So,
But you did pretty good. I mean, second squad was really a strong performance. You kept steady all the way down. You find a solution for the, as we said, the tricky pairs.
yeah,
And then you manage also to do high scoring on the easier, if we can call them
yeah,
easier pairs.
easier pairs. Yeah,
Now, you think we're going to see some more strikes on Trevor? We actually
I love
saw
Trevor.
number 9. So I'm not going to say the number because as soon as you say the number,
What number? Yeah.
it never happens exactly what number. But people is watching. We tell you to go and look at the cameras on lane 5, 6, 7, 8. Trevor is bowling on 7, 8, and he's got the front 9. We see some striking going on. How much do you think it may have affected the bowlers, that little breakdown we had for, let's say, 6, 10 minutes when that machine...
You know, it could have been good for some of those that had a rough start, and it also could have been bad for some of them that started with a good start. You know, kill some momentum or gain it. But
for a moment, I was thinking, I'm pretty sure there's a few people gonna raise their hand and can we start all over again?
Yeah.
Can we start from zero?
That's what AJ said. Yeah.
Only a couple of frames, but then I look at the scores around. There was a couple of triples over there. I said, if we start all over, these guys are not going to be that happy.
Yeah.
And they had one shot each to warm up again. You think it was a good idea to try to make like a warm-up shot, or maybe use that shot to do a little bit of extra pushing on the inside since
I
you have
mean,
that extra
I
shot?
don't think anyone used it that way, but it probably would have been a good idea.
Okay, how is family?
Family's good. Mom and dad are back home. Mom's bowling a bunch again.
She's bowling again?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
back in business?
She's back in business. She's
Wow,
throwing
that's
15
very good
pounds.
news.
Yeah.
And 15 pounds.
Yeah,
Oh
she's.
my God, she's stronger than I am. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about going back now. I'm going to drill a 3 or 4 14 pounds balls just to make sure that my back doesn't hurt so much.
Yeah.
And another reason why I decided I'm going to give it a try on 14 pounds is because I bowl in quite dry lanes. So I believe not only it's going to help me to gain a little bit more of speed, but also I can find balls with higher RG. So
Yes.
they're going to last a little bit
They push a little
more.
bit more.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully it's going to work out well for me. We have a comment over here. Raw BA. I just won one of Ryan's autographed player cards yesterday. How cool is that?
That is awesome. I actually just started seeing them, but like I think it's sweet. If you guys get one, make sure to like message me on Instagram or something and send me a picture of it.
And make sure to follow that YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna do a lot of fun stuff, or is
Yeah,
it gonna be serious?
I do a lot of fun stuff on my channel. I bowl matches. I do fun things. We have League Night series with Kevin Williams.
Oh, that's
and
lovely.
It's super goofy, but yeah.
Okay, now we should pay a little bit of attention into lane 8. Trevor's gonna go for 10th frame, and let's see what happens. I'm very curious. And he started pretty well. He shot 236 on game 1, so that's gonna put him already on quite the high scoring pace.
He can bowl. He made it through PTQs this year. Ace.
Well, that was very nice, yeah. Beautiful pin action.
Yeah.
Front 10 for Trevor Roberts, front 10. 2 more shots to go. It's getting interesting. It's getting pretty interesting. Are we gonna see the first one? We're gonna see what goes on. It's a little bit of moment of silence. We want to pay good attention to what goes on.
I'm just trying to take his strategy, to be honest. Looks like a shiny big ball in his hand.
There he goes. Standing on the approach. Visualizing what he's gonna do.
It's got to push.
Oh. It's a little bit easy, it looks like.
Still
it's gonna be an amazing game.
Great game.
289, probably the highest game on the event so far, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, that's true. We had the. Hold on a second.
You know what? I just have a thing to add here. Trevor Roberts, he was really would like to bowl this squad, but he was the first one out. And then in the last minute,
he got the spot.
He got the spot. Talking about taking advantage of it, huh?
Absolutely.
He's the king of taking advantages. He's made it through some PTQs this year on tour, and he's taken full advantage. I'm pretty sure he finished top 20 in points this year. So
it looks like somebody stole your lucky charm, buddy. Okay, amazing score for Trevor after 2, 525. That's for sure the highest score we have seen in 2 games during the whole event. I'm not going to say anything about reaching that barrier of the 1 and the 4, because every time I open my mouth, they struggle a lot. And usually what I've been seeing on games 3 and 4, people is having a lot of issues. I've been talking here the whole week. I've seen a bunch of guys having 460, 470, 480. And then when they get to game 3, all of a sudden, the 170, the 160 shows up, and it goes like boom in your face.
Yeah.
Why you think that's happening, Ryan?
Just the way the lands transition, they require a pretty big move. Those games 2, 3, 4, and they're not very close pair to pair most of the time.
And that is, I believe, also has to do maybe sometimes with a little bit of don't wanting to take too much of a risk. And let me explain. For example, you got 80 over, you know the cat's going to be somewhere around 100, 110 maybe. And it's like, oh, this lane is a little bit different. You know what? Let's play safe. Let's do small adjustments. And actually what's happening is in this format and this event
You
today,
actually need.
you need big moves. You need
Yeah.
to be drastic. You cannot be playing the safe card. On the contrary, it's not going to pay out.
No, you gotta be aggressive.
We are ending this game number 2. We're gonna wait a little bit on the until we can refresh the scores and see how many people is doing okay over there. And we're gonna use that time to talk a little bit about the Storm Bowling Balls equipment. It looks like this new Ion Pro Solid. It's looking quite versatile. I see them using from fresh to pretty much the end of the squad.
It's usable basically anytime it appears. I think it's a great ball. People are. I didn't bring one with me unfortunately, but I might have to go drill one. So
Yeah, it looks quite good. It looks like one of those balls. Not so much a phase 2 substitution, but
no,
it kind of adjusts more into what we are looking for nowadays.
yeah, I think it is. Phase 2 is. I don't want to say it's aged out, but it's a good addition to the phase 2. Let's go with that.
And that's a little bit what looks like for the last, I would say, 18 months, more or less, or 24 months. It looks like Storm has been trying to find a couple of good replacements, both for the phase 2 and the IQ2 original.
Yeah, they're just adding some pieces around it. I think. I imagine those pieces will stay around for a long time.
Let me tell you, I still love the IQ2 original. It's one of the balls. It's always in my back.
It's
no
one.
matter
It's
what.
one of those ones.
It's amazing, and for example, for me, that when I bowl in the south of Europe, obviously this year I haven't bowled at all because of my back. But the last couple of years when I bowled in the south of Europe, the patterns we bowl on, they are always with a lot of friction on the corners.
Okay.
You see everybody using that purple hammer somewhere between in the arrows 12 to 20, more or less. People in the south of Europe doesn't have that high of a rep rate. They don't go much deeper than that. And since they stick to that urethane ball in particular, what was happening for many people like me, especially now I have a little bit slower speed, I had the tendency to have to move too deep inside. That's usually the part of the lane where it's not that easy on and that kind of patterns.
Yeah.
But what I have discovered on that previous season before I got broken in my low back with the hernias, Tour Dynamics. Tour Dynamics was an amazing addition for me.
That
IQ
ball's really good.
278. It's I have it shiny. I have 3 of them.
Really?
3 of them.
Shiny.
Shiny ones because
Alright.
it's very dry. But now you'll understand why. Since there is a lot of friction in the corner, what I do with those balls is I stay outside
You stay on top of it.
of the purple hammer. So I feel like a lefty over there. I end up moving maybe 2 or 3 boards after 6 games because they're making the lane longer on my
So
inside.
much hold, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the first couple of years the purple hammer was around, it was like, oh, I don't have a purple hammer. I bowled the pitch black. Pitch black and I have never been very good friends. For me, it was a lot of over-under. Sometimes it hooked too much. Next shot, it didn't hook enough. So the IQ 78 kind of clicked something in my brain. Tour Dynamics was a great addition, so I can bowl IQ 78, then move to the Tour Dynamics, and by the end of the squad, I used the IQ original.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy now. Actually, everybody's complaining that the European Federation decided that they can carry on with that purple hammer, but for me, it's like, okay, it's good for me. You keep putting those patterns. I'm just going to stay on the outside. I'm going to bowl old school, Walter Ray style. A little bit,
Walter Ray.
lower reps. Just go for it and use them as a hold on my left side. So we are entering game 2. We see some people fighting for it. Some people are. AJ Johnson, for example, he's struggling a lot. He's been fighting. He found on the previous squad he started really high, but then he hit the wall on games 3 and 4.
Did he?
Yeah, he shot 158, 140 something out of nowhere. But he had 88 over or 80 something over after 2. But that is one of the things we see with many people. They have a lot of problems on games 3 and 4. Scoring is back on refreshing. Now we have only 9 bowlers above par, so this squad is not paying out very high. But the leader is really up there in a league of his own. Trevor, 525. Then we go down to Tommaso from Italy, 461. Little breakdown again, a little step down for Mark Patrick from England, 428. Then we have 418, 417. That's Kaisa. That's a girl from Sweden. Somehow this pattern is quite difficult for the girls, isn't it?
Yeah, the super high friction along with all the rev rate that the guys bring doesn't benefit them, especially since they're usually lower ball speed to begin with. So
you can see them scoring quite high on the first couple of games, and then they hit that traffic.
They hit all that.
They don't have enough hand to move so much deeper, but then when they stay in the middle of the traffic, you can see their ball is reading way too early, and it's super difficult. I mean, they have no room either side.
Yeah. If a girl makes the cut, I mean, props to them, because that means they worked their butt off.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tricky question. What do you think your mom would try to do on this particular pattern? What would her solution be?
Her solution? She might go out and try to play the gutter, or she's gonna try and stand. She'll move. She's a good bowler. She's gonna
Oh, I know.
She's gonna play 16 on the fresh to 10. She's gonna jam it in there. She's not gonna miss her target. She's gonna shoot 210 a lot, 2-0 a lot. That's what she does.
Let me tell you,
she's amazing.
She was one of those bowlers when I was in World Championships and she was bowling. She was one of those bowlers I stood in the bowling alley to see her perform. Yeah. Because she was an inspiration in a way.
I mean, it's still so fun to watch. Like, she just doesn't miss her target. It's incredible.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Automatic. They just
she took 4 years off and then came right back in, and she's same game. It's
autopilot in a way, like on the plane. She just presses the autopilot and keeps going, keeps going. And I'm hoping you are gonna let her do something else on that Bevan Barnson than just holding the camera.
Oh yeah, she gets on there all the time.
She's been holding the camera, and sometimes I have a lot of fun by listening to what she says. Also,
I bowl her on my channel quite a bit.
See, I haven't been on that channel.
Missing out.
I'm gonna have to do that tonight. So I'm gonna go to sleep and watching some of those videos later on. And then I promise you that.
There's a couple good ones.
So I can do some bitching tomorrow. We have some people over here asking. Let's say Jimmy Bones. I don't mean to hijack the combo. What are you doing to help with the herniation? I slipped the disc in November, still having issues today with herniation from that, still have pain in the left leg doing. The doctors have told me that every hernia is very particular, that everyone has a different perspective and a different solution. I was told that they couldn't do surgery on me. So what I've been doing is a lot of rehab. Actually, I've been working a lot to try to get bigger muscles. You're going to have to help me. How you call that muscle?
Your hamstrings.
Hamstrings and bottom.
Yeah.
They told me I need to really make a lot of muscles on that. And then, funny story, in my youth, I always made fun of bald people.
Oh.
Now I'm bald. I used to do a lot.
Karma.
Karma, 100%. And that's why I said that on the beginning, because about 10 years ago, it became very popular that people started walking on the city with those long sticks.
Yeah.
You know, like if they were on the snow up in the mountain.
Yeah.
But they do it on the city. And every time I walked on the street and I crossed paths with one of those, I was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing with those sticks in the middle of the city? Like, go to the mountain. Okay, the last doctor that was one of the biggest or best doctors in south of Europe of the column, guess what he recommended me?
Stick.
Yeah. You have to go out and walk at least 1 hour every day with those stickers.
You need to start making fun of like people that like win titles or something, because then you
maybe that should be the
good karma, you know.
But so Jimmy, what I would recommend, depending on your situation, try to get stronger legs, try to get a stronger bottom, and especially do a lot of walking with those sticks. I must say it has helped me a lot. It made my again, Ryan, I need your help. What's this muscle called?
Shoulder.
No, the
tricep.
Yeah, no, tricep.
And what's it called?
Trapecio is in Spanish. I don't know in English.
It's kind of back. Yeah.
How the fuck you're English and you don't know that? This one, the neck.
It's your shoulder.
Well, that kind of a triangle muscles that goes from behind your ear all the way down to the shoulder. That triangle up here, the one that when you look at the World Wrestling Federation, that one that they look amazing. Like the Goldberg had a very big one.
Yeah.
So when you walk with the sticks, that's the one that gets stronger. It supposedly it pulls the column up,
Okay.
so it makes the disc get extra room and extra separation.
So-
And then the only medical procedure I got over there, it was plasma infusions or transfusions. They took away half a liter of my blood. Then they do something with it, like when you wash the clothes and it starts
Yeah,
spinning super
they
fast.
spin it.
So they separate the cells and then they inject those back directly between the discs.
I got that in my knee a couple years ago.
Yeah, they said it works.
It works
quite good.
phenomenally. Yeah.
It worked for you as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were supposed to talk bowling, and instead we are doing a Doctor Phil Doctor Phil
Yeah.
online. Now, Ryan, let's talk a little bit of numbers. What do you think? And now it's an easier question because it's only 1.5 days to go.
Yeah.
But what do you think the cut is going to be for making it into the final?
So I think it's going to be around like 95.
95. People keeps going down. You know how silly I was on day one? I said 150 over.
That is pretty silly. No.
You could say I have a lot of hope on
Yeah.
the people bowling,
Yeah.
or maybe I'm really good bowler, and I thought this is not that
You're-
tough.
yeah, you're like,
I could make 150 over in a couple of squats.
Pretty easy.
No, it's not the case. But I was actually positive. I must say, I said that prediction before they started bowling was during the warm up, and I said to myself, as soon as the PBA guys come here and the best Team Sweden, Team Finland, they're all gonna start using more or less the same spot on the lane, so they're not gonna mess all around the lane. It should create some area. But then I soon realized the middle lane is really breaking up quickly. It's burning up quite a lot.
I thought the same thing that they would get higher as the week goes on, but I actually think it gets worse.
It's that's what actually Andrew said. Andrew said as soon as we are all using the same area, it's going to burn out even quicker. So maybe the scores will drop down.
Yeah.
And
especially with people chasing, you got the squeeze factor. Tends to bring the scores down a little bit.
Absolutely. Now, since I have you here, and you're one of the most talented young bowlers out there, especially in the two-handed zone, any tips you want to give to the amateurs bowling watching worldwide and who are now following us? What would you tell them to practice when they go back home? What kind of things you require as a real professional bowler? Not a Monday night league, not a Thursday night league, but when you put yourself on sport patterns.
Oh, wow. So
now I'm going deep, yeah?
Yeah.
Need a coffee?
Well, a big thing the cool thing about today's generation is they all have access to phones and YouTube and all this stuff where you can actually watch how bowlers play the lanes. And I think that's a big thing that people don't really pay attention to, especially on tours. They don't pay attention to how they break down the lane, where they play on the lane, what are they doing with their hand, how much rotation are they using, are they floating it, are they hitting it, what kind of balls are they using. Really just taking in all the variables and understanding the variables is a big part of the game.
Now, let me ask you, is that, for example, back in the day when I used to bowl a lot, in the times of your father, one of the most, I would say, one of the most useful things I could do on a lane, for me, it was speed control. Speed control was a huge factor. Yeah. It helped me a lot in many, many situations. Today's younger generations, it doesn't seem like they have that ability to slow down, slow curve the ball. They only go stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah, it is an lost art in a sense, I think. But a lot of it's just practice, right? Like using Specto, using speed control, doing those practice sessions.
You do also a little bit of forward roll, side roll, and I need to do different reactions. So it's a lot more than the naked eye can see.
Yeah, of course. Like I was fortunate enough. Dad's one of the greatest technical bowlers of all time, and he taught me different hand positions. I preset hand positions, I preset speeds, that kind of thing.
And the thing is that, at least for me, and the way I coach, most of those changes you don't really want to do when you get to the foul line. You just change a little bit on your hand position from the start position.
Yeah,
and that already helps you develop something
I think
different
that's all
on
of
your
it.
release.
Yeah, especially for two-handers, it's really that simple. If you change your setup, if you change your rotation setup in your setup, you'll be fine.
So it's important that we explain that for, as I said, it's a lot of people listening, it's a lot of people following this event, and it's nice that we have big names over here letting us know your secrets, letting us know how you see the
I
game, how
mean,
how you strategy everything.
I'm not giving away the secrets. You still got to work it, but
No, absolutely,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, we can tell you this is how we do it, but then it's your own job to go back home and in your own bowling alley and spend some hours over there
yeah.
mastering all those things.
I wish it was that easy, right?
Absolutely. Uh, yeah, need to practice.
Practice. We're
What,
talking about practice.
what about sparing? Why is sparing
Oh,
so big issue for today's bowlers?
sparing is, man. If I think we're pretty spoiled with lane talk. I actually use those stats quite a bit, and looked at it after I got done with tour, and just realized how many pins you give up when you're 2% less, you're 5% less. I mean, it's really something I've worked on already this off season. Is I need to be better at spares. I'm giving up too many pins. I know I can strike, but you need to get like spares are so.
They are crucial, especially when you get to tougher conditions where you stop striking 8 times
Well,
per game
yeah.
and you
The
go
thing
down to
is,
five.
is once you get to that top level, it's everyone can strike.
Mm.
It's about the 10 pins a game. It's about the 5 pins a game that you pick up because you make a split, a washout. So, yeah.
Now, before we go into the scoring and what's really happening, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing that you spend some time over the online so people get to know you a little bit better, not only as a bowler, but the person. So tell us a little bit about your own life. Any other sports you enjoy watching? Any other sports you like
Yeah.
practicing on your own?
Yeah, so I was a big basketball player.
Oh, you played
I
basketball
played
as well? Oh,
basketball
that's
until
cool.
I graduated high school. I was a big baseball guy. Played football. I played soccer.
So you did pretty much a
Yeah,
bunch of things.
yeah. I took up golf once I got to college. I love golf now.
Which one was in which one you were better?
I would have to say I was. I ended up being a better basketball player, but I probably could have been a better baseball player.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you, not this week because we're not gonna have the time, and especially in Sweden, I don't think basketball is that big, so I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna find any basketball course nearby.
Oh,
But
there's one down by the beach. I saw it.
is there one?
Yeah, down the shoreline.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm gonna tell you, I was really
Nice.
good at basketball. You know who I played with?
Sir, heal up on that back first.
It's good enough. It's good enough.
I don't want to take you out forever,
I'm
you
I'm
know.
I'm gonna let you say one name. For you, it's gonna be easy because you're an American guy. I don't think you know that many Spanish basketball players, so probably the one you may remember. I played basket with him when I was a young one. So
Like
say
from
say a
Spain,
name. Yes,
Marcus Hall,
his brother actually.
Paul Gasol.
Mark is a little bit younger.
Yeah,
He was a younger generation. I played basketball with Pau Gasol and Juan Carlos Navarro. He played
yeah,
also for the Grizzlies.
yeah.
And I was the good one actually.
Really?
Yeah, I just was a little bit too short, and unfortunately back then in the
Sadly, I understand.
I'm pretty sure and even I could jump a lot. I could dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
dang.
I did.
It ups.
I had a big
Big vertical.
yeah, really, really high. Not anymore, obviously. Last time I was on a basketball court, I tried to grab myself on the ring and I touched it, but I couldn't even hold
Yeah.
myself over there. Age is not a fun thing. Aging is
Father
really,
time.
really, really
Father
annoying.
time.
But this is gonna be like something we have to do. We have a basketball match at some point
Yeah.
next time we
Next
meet.
time you're healthy,
Next time I'm healthy,
we'll get after it.
I'm gonna go for it, and I'm not gonna say we're gonna bowl because then you're gonna kick my ass. But on basketball, I'm pretty confident I can destroy you.
Oh, that's so cute. It really is. It really is.
Christian Jonas,
I played with some high level basketball guys. I played
who
with.
do you play with? Let me
Do you
know.
know who Jalen Wilson is?
Hmm?
I played with him.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
he was in my high school. Davion Harmon.
Nice.
He's in the Knicks G League. I played with my whole team was 6'5" plus,
Yeah, that's the issue, right?
and I was 5'10", 5'9". So
I kept telling them, but look at Spud Webb. He was shorter than I was, but
yeah,
no,
you know,
it didn't work.
it's like the new generation of bowling. It's all there isn't going to be a 150 rev rate out there, you know.
Actually, I went back to bowling for serious because the coach in the Barcelona team, he told me, "You're very good, but we're gonna send you away a couple of seasons to another team, and we're gonna wait to see if you grow up a little bit." I was not going to grow up, and I was making a lot more money in bowling than I was doing as a basketball
Yeah.
young player. So I said, you know what? Middle finger. I'm going to bowling. I'm making money every weekend,
Give me that money.
and I gave away. But I was too young because then when I saw the amount of money that Pau has made in his career, I was like, God damn it! I should have stayed playing
Should have
basketball.
played the wrong game if you were looking for
Played
money.
the wrong way. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so, music. What's your favorite music?
Oh, I listen to a little bit of everything, country, hip hop, R&B. So I don't really have a favorite. I wouldn't say.
What did you think about the house music I was playing on Wednesdays?
You
Not
know,
your style. The
I
young ones, you're not into that
I didn't like it
electronic
at
stuff. And
all.
I know.
I'm just kidding. No,
No,
it was
but
great. We made eye contact at one point. We were.
I remember,
Yeah,
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 that I
yeah.
was playing that song. It
Come
was
on.
Gregory Porter,
Yeah,
Liquid Spirit. That
yeah.
one I saw you were enjoying up there. But let me tell you, there was a girl. I'm not sure her name. I think it's Melissa Mehmet. She was the girlfriend on Carl Eklund. You know Carl, obviously.
Yeah, I know Carl.
She was the girlfriend for like a year and a half. They were together. Maybe,
Oh, okay.
maybe that. No, it
I
doesn't
don't.
matter. I was playing in the
They're a little
DJ
younger.
booth. Everybody was having kind of fun, and she was sitting right on the bar desk. And I felt like she looked sleepy. So I asked her, "What's wrong with you? Are you tired?" And you know what she said? It's the music. I hate it. It's my generation. We hate this music. It's not good. Why don't you play something better? Play some Rihanna. Play some
That's where you should. That's
Kesha.
where you go. There's the door.
No, unfortunately, I was trying to put that song I was singing when I came in on the door later on, but I didn't brought it this time.
You should have.
I have a
You
special
should
song for when
have.
people don't like what I'm playing. It's a song from a producer. It's called Toca Disco,
Yeah.
and it says nobody likes the records that I play. Nobody likes the records that I play. All right, and but I couldn't find it, so I became a good boy. I played a couple of Kesha songs for her. She smiled back, and
You made her happy. There you go.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do lately. Otherwise, as I said, you see how karma has paid me with my hair, so I need to
Hair, walking stick. Yeah.
I need to do things in a way that's not gonna kick me back that quickly. We have some people talking. Row BA says practice. Like, what's
Yeah. What
practice?
is
Eh?
practice?
Who the hell wants to practice? Brian McDonough, trapezius muscle. Yes, that's the one I was meaning
You said it.
about.
You said traps. That's what I.
Mm?
Yeah.
Then we have Lobomi. He was giving quite beautiful stats the other day. He's following all these lane talk stats. He was giving us the average game after game after game. And even if I've been talking all week long, then that game 3 and game 4 was going down a lot. When he sent the stats, it was pretty steady. I think
Right.
the highest game was 186 overall, and the lowest one was about 183. So it wasn't really going that crazy. Now he's telling us. Let me see. Before this squad, there has been 22 players that had 460 or higher in the first 2 games, but none managed to have a third game better than their average. See what I was talking? And then he says only Nathan Joe had the 237 gain after opening with 488. Second closest was actually Ryan with 223 after opening 471. You survived that crazy wall.
I made a stat. Let's go.
Thank you, Lobo. To me, it's always nice that see you keep having this stats on you. It's through Lane Talk, right? That you're getting us all those stats.
He's probably just making them up. No, I'm kidding.
Then we have Bubble Bass over there. It may be Dillian Francis one. I think it proves the DJ Tocadisco one. Yeah, Tocadisco. It's a funny guy.
Trevor Roberts is looking to break your stat right here. He needs a double to do it, but
Where's Trevor at the moment? I lost.
he's top right and bottom right.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go back to bowling for a little while. Trevor is on lanes 11 and 12. He's got the 9 spur triple, 9 miss, 9 spur, 9 spur strike. If he strikes out, it's going to be on 236, which is going to be quite a high game, actually. Tommaso, the guy from Italy, Let me try to find him. As you
Tomas,
see, it's not that easy to find bowlers around.
Tomas is down there.
Man, you had speedy eyes. Where?
You know, I played basketball there.
Yeah.
Honestly, back in the day, yeah.
Magic Ryan Barnes is on the. Maybe you're like. What? No. What was one of the coolest and funniest basketball players I can remember? Jason Williams,
Yeah,
the white guy.
yeah, the white chocolate.
White chocolate. I still remember that pass when he passed the ball on the back and
Elbow,
did it
yeah.
with the elbow.
Famous pass.
That was incredible. I read somewhere that his father made him practice with gloves on, so he would be,
Really?
bouncing the ball all day long with a couple of gloves on. And he said that was the reason why he had such a
Such
good
strong
feel with the
grip,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But okay, let's see. Tommaso. Ooh, Tommaso. It's on lane 3, 143. That is hitting the wall definitely on
yeah.
game 3. Tommaso is definitely making the stats going even wilder than they were. If we see the overall scoring, 570, 560, 530, 580, 540, 580, 537, 537. Good friends over there. 576 for Sloan, 574, 500 with the triple.
It looks like the scoring pace is certainly dropping.
Yeah, it's
Other than you got Richie Teese who's got 240 out, and Tomas.
Tobias Birding in
Yeah.
13 and 14 is doing some strikes. Yeah, this squad is not. I'm gonna have to give up and go a lot lower. Probably the cut is gonna be somewhere around the hundreds at the end.
Yeah.
You said 95, right?
95 is my guess.
We're gonna have to write that down. We
think-
probably
I
are.
think there's a couple people stacked up at that number.
Back in the day when you were bowling so great, your mom was in the chat. She was doing some comments with us. But that day I asked, "Do you believe someone's gonna make 1400? What's gonna be the highest squad?" She said 1426.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bowl again?
I'm bowling again tomorrow.
Are you gonna shoot that 1426?
We'll see. Not if they're playing like this, but maybe.
We will have to see if she's any close to that higher
1426.
score. Let's see what goes on. But you see, that's what I was meaning before when I said 150 over. Now you understand. Your mom is also a super talented bowler. You see how good I'm talking about myself now.
Yeah.
And she predicted 1426. I predicted 150 over. I mean, the old school people, we don't see that.
I think this would be. Dad was telling me how easy it would be too. I mean,
was he?
Not really, but.
But we've covered a few topics: music, sports. Now, are you married? Are you single? You have a girlfriend? Are you looking for a girlfriend? Are you scrolling Tinder up and down?
No. I'm hanging out. I'm very single, so.
So you only play with the basketball?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't like where this is going.
Well, no worries. I'm not married. I'm single, but you're not my type for sure.
Okay.
Not even with the wig on. No worries. Yeah. Not even if Marilyn shows up. So, game 3, it's already done, except for lanes 13 and 14, and a couple of guys on 11 and 12. So we're gonna have our refreshment of the scoring pretty soon, but it looks like not many people is going that high, except Trevor, obviously, which is gonna survive that game. If that is the low game,
it's a good low game.
It's pretty good, right? 206.
216 left.
Could be 216 if it doubles or if it triples on the 10th. So people on the chat, are you feeling like doing any question and asking something to Ryan before he leaves us?
Let us know.
Steven Salzman, how about Ryan gives his thoughts on Ethan? What about Ethan Fury?
Ethan's a super talented bowler. He's got a lot of cool tricks. Hopefully we're bowling a lot in the future.
I was going to say, is it going to be like Walter Ray against Pete Weber?
I mean, it's a little.
You see yourself doing?
That's a little early to call us that, but I would like to think we're going to bowl each other for a long time.
It was quite a successful year for you. You made a few shows.
Yep.
Not so lucky on the shows, obviously.
It's still a learning process for sure.
No, but it's the way it is. It's better to fail.
Yeah.
Learn from that. And succeed later on.
We'll be back.
what is the calendar for you coming? What are you planning to do in the next few months? Because the tour is not back until.
We actually have I have a wedding next week that I'm going to, and then Pacquiao Hanrahan's wedding,
Cool.
and then team camp, Team
Mm-hmm.
USA camp, and then probably just bowl some regional. There's some local tournaments, and then hopefully we get to go to Hong Kong for Team USA. Here at the end
Is
of-
Bill Hoffman still there?
Mm,
I believe so.
yeah.
First time I came into Helsingborg, it was Bill Hoffman, Tim Mack, Sean Reich was here as well. So it was quite fun. It was a lot of fun bowlers to meet around. Bill Rowe was also here. I don't know if you know him. Bill Rowe probably bowled a lot with
Yeah.
your dad. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Canadian guy is now bowling. He's bowling again now in the senior.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch on the senior.
Very fun guy. Very fun guy. Very.
Tobias, 230.
Yeah, Tobias 234, and it's going to be all the way up to 622. No, maybe not 234.
Oh, yes, it's 22.
You still have to make the shot. There he goes.
I believe that's Jonas.
Yeah, that's true. And some very big talents over there. They're not really accomplishing that high. With his Sean Reich with 560. We see Robin Ilamar 545. Robin has been amazing this
He's
summer.
been on
Yeah,
fire.
he's been on fire. Okay, they're giving me some information. Obviously, there are so many events and so many bowlers on worldwide that one doesn't really know. This German guy, Tobias Bording,
Yeah.
he just shot to 34. He was on the World Cup in 2014.
He was.
He played the final against your dad.
Yeah.
So, did you know that?
I didn't know that. I just knew I've seen him a bunch.
So your dad and his dad were facing each other. Now you're facing him.
Yeah.
It's the new generation. And it's fun how history goes on. It's so many
It's wild how it works.
second generation bowlers showing up the talent, and we can blame it on the genes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You have a great comb over there. I mean,
Yeah, mom and dad are okay.
Chris and Linda, it's like, wow. Who wouldn't want to have those genes? Actually, if you were not bowling good, there would be a lot of, yeah, well, you could go to the basketball and
Yeah.
blame it on the boogie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there we go. Lobo to me says, Ryan, before you start the approach, you have your left hand in one position on the ball. During the approach, you shift that hand significantly. Have you tried keeping it in end position from start?
I have played around with it a little bit. I just didn't like the way it felt, so I haven't really kept it.
And then he says, is the changing of the position just what you do most comfortably or necessary to get the kind of swing you do?
I think it's comfortability mostly. You can achieve the same swing with the hand starting in the same spot, I believe. So.
Is that one of the... Let me ask you, because I really don't bowl two hands. I tried a couple of times just for fun. But is it one of the tough things that you find yourself as a two-hander when there is a lot of oil on the lanes, that the left hand becomes a little bit slippery on the ball at some point?
No, I'm fortunate enough to have some pretty good chamois. So
you make sure it's really, really
I wipe it off.
Yeah.
If you ever watch, I'm wiping it. I'm getting it all off there.
On that, I'm the contrary. I never wipe the ball.
Yeah, one-handers, you know.
One-handed, yeah. My thumb does everything for me. And that's why I only have like 300 reps when I try my best.
I think it hooks a little less when you don't wipe it off, so...
Now the thing, actually, some people used to ask me, why don't you wipe the ball? And I have a real reason for that. It's the newest reactive resins. They have a tendency to suck a lot of oil, and I don't like drilling one ball after month after month. I like to keep my balls for a little longer, even if I'm top member or whatever. But I realize as soon as I wipe them, even if it's a very good chamois, at some point you end up moving the track where the oil is really
Yeah.
standing. You end up bringing it into the tracks that have
Yeah.
no oil on it.
Yeah.
So if I don't touch the ball, the dry part of the ball, it's always remaining dry.
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit crazy and absurd and old
Yeah.
school crazy
He also
ideas.
said you don't like drilling a ball every month, and that's just not me. I'm about one a week.
No,
So
but the way you have to perform is a complete different one. I mean, when
yeah.
I bowled like real bowling, Weber Cup, Walton Pin Master stuff like that. Back in the day, I didn't bowl for Storm. I bowled for Columbia, and I drilled a bunch of balls. I remember there was one release in the 2002, 2003. It was called the Game Pearl. I think I drilled 11 of those in 1 year only. It was an amazing ball. I shot plenty 300s of each one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my bowling alley, we had 14 lanes. Every single lane had my name on 300, 300, 300, and eventually the manager said to me, "Now I don't care if you do any more 300 games. I'm not gonna put your name anymore over there
Yeah.
because people is getting upset about it." A true story.
Yeah, they're getting jealous.
No joking. It's a true story. But I understand what you mean. And back in the day, not only I would drill many, but I would have the same ball with, okay, this one pin up, this one pin down, and because I really wanted to have that
It's small.
small adjustments that you could go from one to the other. So obviously, when you're competing against the best bowlers in the world and you have to do the 100% over and over again, it's a very different approach than amateur bowling.
Yeah.
And especially when you bowl like a little bit lower level countries, you can kind of give up a little bit, and you don't need that much.
Yeah.
And now even less because everybody, as I said, is using that urethane in the middle of the lane, and I can just stay outside of them forever. But when you bowl professionally, obviously the bowling balls are a very important tool. You
Yeah.
cannot just go there and I'm using the same ball for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's not going to perform the same way.
It's another thing I've been experimenting a lot with this off season is trying to figure out some layouts that make them do a little bit different things.
Now, what do you think about the 2LS system? It seems to me like it's working very good for those two-handeds who really over-grip a lot and they have that super high track on
Yeah,
the...
the reversed.
Yeah, exactly. But for the, let's say, more proper release two-handers, I believe it works better with the regular layout
I think
system.
you can use it however you throw it. I have a pretty normal track, right?
Hmm.
And I use it pretty religiously. So I think it's all about finding which layout works for you and kind of micromanaging the numbers a little bit. You don't want to. You say you don't need anything crazy, right? You just
Mhm.
you're looking for little tweaks here and there, looking for a ball to stand up a little earlier, pick up a little sooner, flare a little more. It really depends what you're bowling on, sadly. But
Yeah, I understand, obviously. Now, when you bowl on the tour, do you have like any ball that you have like duplicated on your back? Like
so
this one I really like, and I'm gonna have, like I said before, I was doing with the Columbia when I
yeah,
bowl for them, like this one pin up, this one pin down. So it's a very small difference between them.
yeah. So my go-to ball for that actually was the Optimum Idol,
Mm-hmm.
the solid.
Yeah.
I have a tall one that I really like, and I have a down one that I used a little earlier to create the smoother shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they developed, I would just go to that. I made two or three shows throwing that ball. So
That's cool. That's
yeah,
cool. Ryan, it's a lovely time we are spending together. I know you guys are here for the main event, besides all the fun and things
yeah.
that are happening. So whenever you feel like, okay, it's time for me to go out, because I know you get a lot more information from what goes on the lanes if you see it live than if you see it on a
I
screen.
actually I actually like seeing it on the screen, but yeah, live's cool too.
What I'm trying to say is don't feel obligated to stay any longer. Whenever you feel like, okay, I'm tired, and in a polite
I mean, if
way.
you want to kick me out, just kick me out.
No,
You
no,
know,
no, on the
I see how
contrary.
it
No.
is.
Since we cannot play basketball on the room and we don't have anybody to record it, or maybe Magnus could take some video, but it's going to happen at some point. It's going to be a lot of elbow going on on
Oh yeah,
for
just
sure, for
play
sure.
dirty.
Yeah, that's what the old people do against the young ones. We have to use the all the dirty tricks and step on your foot when you try to jump and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
What about Trevor?
He's still got it going.
He's still doing like crazy, right? He's
Yeah.
got 7 spare triple. He's now bowling on lane 15 and 16, and we are on game 4. And if we look at the rankings, we have Trevor with 739, which is a pretty high score.
Big first.
Then it's a big jump down, 90 pins to second place in the squad, which is Timu Put. Oh, this one is going to be hard. Timu Putkisto from Finland, 645. Then we have Mark Patrick with 29 over. Tobias, we were talking about him just a few minutes ago, 629. Oh, look at that! Who we have over here? The one and only. And for me, I'm gonna tell you, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm a one-hander. What am I
Yeah,
gonna say?
yeah, and I respect it.
Walter Ray Williams is on the chat. Walter Ray, nice to have you here with us. Let me read what you say. Is it possible to add the commentator's name to the video feed? We have been trying to work on that. Unfortunately, today we had a little bit of technical issues, but we are really working on that. We're going to try to do that. Then Walter Ray says, I very seldom wipe the oil off of the ball, but when I bowl two-handed, I would wipe the oil off where my left hand would be on the ball so it doesn't slip off. But I think the kids go overboard.
That's probably fair.
What are we going to say, Walter? We cannot say no to any of the things you say. But
Whatever.
how cool is that for everybody who's watching? I'm sitting with Ryan Barnes over here. We have Walter Ray on the chat. Amazing.
It's pretty cool.
It's becoming successful. Walter, what do you think, since you're watching, what can you tell us? What would your approach be in this particular pattern if you have been watching for a little while? What would you do? Would you go two hands and go deep inside, or would you go for your one hand where your accuracy?
He'd be throwing it right to left, up the gutter, 100, destroying them. He'd have your 1426 for sure.
He would do the 14-20. I would bet on that. If not, we could go. What's it called?
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Horseshoe.
We want no part of him in that.
There was a funny story. I heard Walter Ray by my best friend up here in Sweden before he passed away, Thomas Leandersson. He explained to me that once they were in the United States and they went to watch you perform on that horseshoe thing, they had no real idea how good Walter Ray was on that.
Incredible.
And when he went out, the crowd was so crazy. And they were like, what's going on? What's going on? And it was Walter Ray. So he's not only the GOAT on bowling,
he's
the real GOAT on the horseshoe
live
thing.
streams. Yeah.
As Walter Ray says, I've been watching and I like your commentary. I truly appreciate Walter. It means a lot to me. I keep your signed card from the last Bowl Expo in my pro shop there. It's like a big trophy. And so I'm gonna have to come meet you again in the United States so you sign a bigger one, so it can look a little bit. It can look a little bit more fancy in my pro shop.
Yeah.
Ida Blund, can you add a pin message in the chat? Not me. I was going to say I'm only good with the microphone. I don't think I'm even good with that. I'm not good at anything.
I could do it, but I don't want to mess anything
But
up.
as soon as we have our technician back, we will make sure to find out. And also we're going to try to see what we can do about putting the names of the commentary. Walter, can you think you can do something for me over there and put me a spot besides Randy on the PVA commentation?
Oh no, that would be trouble.
I think Ryan would be very happy to see me walking around next time he makes the show. And oh no, now he's the Spanish wanker over there. Joy Bowler, great channel and great tournament. Well, thank you, buddies. I think that's what we want to do, right? We all love the sport. We all love bowling. We are all rooting for the same
outcome,
same idea, same outcome. We want the sport to grow. Hopefully, someday we get the chance to become Olympics and really make that final step. But we're working on it, aren't we?
That would be.
Trevor, 7 spare, 4 in a row, 9 spare, looking pretty good, looking really solid.
Solid.
May we have the first 1400?
We may. Also, what's her name? 9 spare 4-bagger.
Which lane?
Uh,
Oh, Kajsa.
Kajsa.
Kajsa Samuelsson.
Yeah.
Actually, Samuelsson, that father was Team Sweden.
Okay, yeah, I recognize
Team
the name.
Sweden, yeah. Jonas Samuelsson, I believe he was called. Actually, it was one of the first Swedish bowlers I saw when I was a real kid, like 4 or 5 years old, back in Barcelona. And he made pair with the bowler Walter Ray will remember, Mats Carlsson.
Yeah.
Mats Carlsson used to bowl in Barcelona with Gunnar Samuelsson. Yeah, many years ago. Ah, she's not the daughter, it's just the same name. Okay. You see, it's good that we have Magnus over here to keep us a hand from time to time. Walter Ray says, unfortunately, my bowling is not as good. I try outside, but that doesn't look like a good option. Probably it starts around 10, 13, and after 3 or 4 games, try to hand it left of the 5th arrow. So, Walter, you would have to bring a bunch of bowls. I mean, a few for
one-handed
and a few for two-handed. That would be quite expensive on the flight, right? To do the extra luggage. But yeah, actually, what you say, Walter, I don't know if you saw yesterday's last squad from Ethan Fury. That's exactly what he did on his last score. I thought he was probably trying to find out, is there any other way I can do this if it gets too messy with my A plan? And he was bowling with a urethane ball on straight on board number 10. It looked amazing, I must say.
He is. Yeah.
It looked quite strong.
I don't want to hype it up too much because I don't want anyone else to throw it, but it looked good.
It did. Trevor keeps going. It's looking amazing on this squad, definitely.
Tobias got it going. Tobias.
And Tommaso is going back on track after that very low game. It's on lane 19 and 20. Have you found any pair that it's a little bit tougher than the others, in particular?
5 and 6 is by far the hardest pair.
5 and 6 for you is the hardest one.
I bowled here 2 years ago, and I was on a similar pattern. And the 2 lanes just aren't very close. So, but yeah.
I've been told by the local bowlers that usually 13 and 14 is the longest, especially 13 is the longest of them all.
It's got a tight spot in the middle for sure. I actually have pretty good notes on this place, so yeah.
You bring a small book, and I was gonna say like Daniel. Daniel, she actually has it looks like a big book over there.
Okay.
Oh, there you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of notes on this place.
A lot of information, so you can go and have a look at what you did and what you. That's a good idea. It's a smart idea. It's another thing that we want the amateur bowlers to understand.
Yeah.
Why not get as much information from every place you bowl, especially if you know you're going to go back there?
Especially because bowling centers aren't going anywhere.
No, I was going to say the oil pattern may be different, but the topography, unless they do something with the bowling alley, it's going to remain like that.
Yeah.
Big Funky Sweat. Hope to see the whole Barnes family next year in. I'm there with you. I'm hoping they come back. A couple of years ago, the whole family was here. 2 years ago. Now my question: what mental strategies do you use to stay focused and consistent during high pressure games?
You know, it's gonna sound kind of cliche, but you really just want to stay in the moment. Focusing on your pre-shot routine is a big thing I do. You know, whether it's wiping the ball off the same amount of times, putting the chamois down, wiping your shoe twice, whatever it is, getting up there, wiggling on your hips, like that's kind of what my dad does. And you really want to focus on your target break point. You want to eliminate the outside factors and just throw the ball, you know?
Now, can I be a little bit of a bad boy? Can I be a little bit of an ass and start hitting our basketball match?
Let's do it.
You didn't do any of that on the TV shows, did you?
Oh, no, I did. It's just I wasn't lined up for that.
As you can see, Ryan is not only a very, very good bowler, but he takes things very good.
Yeah.
I mean, any other one, it would have turned into me like, okay, now I'm done. It's time for me to go outside.
No, yeah.
And he took it with a huge smile. So lovely. Walter Ray is talking back. He says, in my first win, I beat Mats in the first game of step ladder with clutch crossover, and then beat 3 left-handers for my first title in 1986. Wow, I didn't know that. So you actually bowled against Mats over there. Actually, Mats was my first coach, I would say. When I came, I was invited to come up to Sweden when I was 15. Um, Back in Spain, there was zero knowledge about bowling, so I was just shooting. You remember Butch Supper?
Yeah, but yeah,
Super straight,
yeah,
super high speed.
yeah.
It was a little bit. That was my technique. But back at the day, I was very accurate, but I had zero technique. And some of the Swedish guys said, hey, for being a bowler in Barcelona, you look pretty good, but if you keep bowling like that, you will never do anything. So we invite you to come up to Sweden for a couple of weeks. We will teach you a little bit about timing, and it was an old Swedish school, like let the ball go, let the ball do the job.
Yeah.
They changed my technique upside down. And the funny thing is, when I went back to Spain, everybody was mesmerized, like, "Wow, you
Look
make it!"
amazing.
But for me, the feeling, there was not many cameras back then, no phones
Yeah,
at
so
all,
you
so I
can't.
didn't see what I was doing. I only felt what I was doing, and in my brain, it was like, I don't like it.
It's different, yeah.
I feel like a girl. My ball is so slow. I'm doing nothing to it, and but the funny thing, that bowling center, it was Thomas Leandersson, it was Mats Carlsen. It was Ulf Hemnes, the Norwegian coach.
Yeah.
He's also super talented, and so yeah, it's fun how the triangle ends up putting connections together.
Bowling's a small world.
We have another question over here. It says they don't use urethane. Well, it's not really a pattern where you want to throw the urethane. The middle lane is becoming very quick. It's quite drying up quickly. So if you grab the urethane, it's going to read even sooner.
Yeah.
No energy at all on the top of it, since the break point needs to be quite close to it's not going to give you any angle. It's going to become very weak. So the ball's going to read too early. It's not going to help you go long, and it's not going to give you any proper angle. So it's not going to give you any carry either. And even if some of the younger kids they try to do what they usually do in the European patterns, there's no use for the urethane over here. Ryan, I have another question over there. Is Ryan Barnes still bowling? You haven't retired yet, have you?
I don't think so. I think I'm still going at it.
Still a few years to go.
I'm entering my older years.
Are you gonna sign for the senior right away?
Yeah.
Get me a free entrance over there.
Watch out, Walter. I'm coming. No, I am bowling tomorrow at noon, though.
Third squad on the day.
Is that the third squad?
5 o'clock is the third one. For you, noon is like 1?
It's 12.
1 p.m. 12 p.m. Oh, tomorrow is 1 hour earlier.
Yeah,
oh
early.
My God! So I have to go to bed even sooner today if I want to make it.
Is that what you're gonna do?
That means I'm gonna have a little bit less time on your YouTube channel later on on the night. Shall we talk about Trevor again? He just spared the split on the 9th.
Yeah.
Is on the way for a 237 if he triples on the 10th. And
bowling with my college teammate Al Keplinger.
Shooting
248. So.
I didn't know it was your college teammate.
Yeah.
It's quite a few American bowlers this
There's
year.
A lot this year.
How many of you are here?
I believe there's I want to say
a number more or less.
15.
15 at least.
Yeah, 10 or 15
at least. And some of them are pretty young, like Ernesto and stuff like that. Yeah? Which proves that this event is actually beyond a PBA title, because that's, I believe, is the main reason why you guys are here. You want to get that. For you, it's going to be the first one.
Yeah, that would be.
See how I said it? It's going to be the first one. I'm giving you the.
I love the way you said that.
You're not going to beat me on basketball, though. I'm just going to let you take that one.
Delusion's okay. It's okay,
It comes with age. You know? It comes with the age. Dementia is kicking hard. Who else was doing okay? Actually, it's not that many people doing high on this squad. But for being game number 4, it's
not bad.
It's not that bad. We have a 227 over there, 226 over here. We're talking about lane 19, lane
I found
19 and 20.
17, 18's been rather challenging this week, I feel like.
17, 18 also has been quite difficult, I must say.
To me, it's felt like it hooks more than every other pair, which is what makes it really challenging because you don't have that push in the mid lane.
Mhm. And that probably is one of the mistakes we have witnessing very often on the youngest ones.
Yeah.
They got so used to that urethane creeping motion that now they have a very hard time just
letting
letting
like
the
you said
ball
earlier,
go.
letting the ball do the work. Oh, the clutch Brooklyn off the wall for Kaisa to shoot two. She can shoot 230 now.
She really needs that because the female's top spot, it's only at 12:28. It's Nora Johansson on the second position. No, excuse me. 12:28 is the Finnish girl, the
Pep.
daughter of Sami.
Pep.
Pep.
Yeah.
Pepi.
There
Pepi
you go.
Konsteri. Pepi Konsteri. It's so many names over there. I keep forgetting. You see, I told you dementia is coming quickly.
I understand.
And then the top scorer is Nora Johansson with 12:30 something.
1234, I believe.
We're just gonna make sure about what we're saying. We're just gonna have a quick look, so we let you know for sure. Yes, you were right. 12:34 for Nora Johansson, 12:28 for Pepi, and Kaisa. She made a double, so she's gonna be just six pins short to the par. So she needs a couple of high games, a full 40 coming in, and that would be enough. Trevor, he managed the double on the 10th. He's going to score again 230 something.
Be 170 over.
237, 176 after 4 for Trevor Roberts. 1400 is coming. 1426. Maybe your mom's right.
Needs 450 the last two.
Joe Bowler, Ryan's dad is one of my favorite players. Do you guys remember Jess Stayrook?
Why is Dad your favorite player? It doesn't make sense.
I don't remember Jess Stayrook. Maybe Walter Ray, if he's still in the house, he can let us know if he does remember Joey. Sorry, Jess. And then we have Lobotomy, 24 players from United States, maybe around 15 from Tour, and the rest stuffers.
Walter's got my back.
I might be putting my money on Ryan in a basketball match. Walter Ray, I'm going to break your autograph as soon as I'm back home. Looks like a good representation from Florida, Walter Ray says. How cool is that? Walter Ray on the chat, Ryan Barnes on the chair, and the best DJ in town on the other chair. Everything's looking on fire. Yes, yeah, definitely. Ibiza is my kingdom. So whenever you want to have like a real crazy party, we have to go to Ibiza. Sit on the VIP room in Amnesia, so we can play along with Lamine Yamal and Ronaldinho and people like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, I played private parties at. You know, Gerard Piqué, the football player, was the husband of Shakira.
Yeah.
I played in his house quite many times. Private parties.
Wow, so you used to be a big deal. No, okay.
No, honestly. If I ever release, actually that's what's gonna happen. If I ever am in a real need for money, I'm gonna release the pictures that I have from those parties because I know all the
He's got blackmail.
all the yellow press is gonna pay a lot of money for those pictures. Walter Ray, yes, he remembers. Just won 4 or 5 national titles. So we have Steven Shazam just picked up 710 on TV. Which lane was that? We didn't see that.
Oh, not here.
Okay. I was gonna say.
In the past.
What the heck happened? I believe Walter Ray did a couple of times as well.
I believe.
Wasn't it twice? I think. I think I heard somebody say, but it should be Randy because that's the only one I remember talking on PBA TV shows. Yeah. I remember, or I think I remember dementia, you know. So excuse me if I'm wrong, but I think he mentioned actually that Walter was the only one that picked it the 710 twice on TV.
I believe there's been three players that have done it.
Well, he can let us know. So we have another people talking. Two Hip says Jay Stayrook was a great lefty from Phoenix area. Not sure if he's still bowling. Stay rock. And we have our friend from Korea back. It's such a shame I haven't got my Korean dictionary yet. He's been talking every single day. He's super supportive, and
Yeah.
we really are happy that he's here. Now that everybody's here, now that we have a pretty active moment in the YouTube, let me remind you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's 100% free, and if you do that, it's going to help us and especially help the YouTube algorithm so
Yeah.
we can keep on doing a lot of content for free. And it's not only going to be the whole show until the very last frame, but it's also a little bit of PBA regional in Sweden.
Yeah.
And they're going to show a little bit of the Swedish National League, which it's
It's
quite
awesome.
quite electrifying, right?
Yeah. So Jess was one of 4.
Jess was original from San Diego. Okay. Now we have our technician in working a little bit with us. He's gonna update the scores so we can see how crazy Trevor is doing in comparison with the other ones.
Gotta probably have a 100-pin lead, I would think.
Looks that way. I mean, he's got 976 after 4. I believe it's the highest score we have seen so far in the event after 4 games. And we have some low scores as well. I see a 599 over there, 660 on the other side, 670, 680, 673, 7 and 18. So 689 over there, 700, and we're not talking about.
So maybe this isn't a super strong spot, or what are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's been happening quite often. The lowest people on every squad, it's quite low, but it's not that it's a lack of talent. It's quite a big bunch of good bowlers over there on the lanes. It's just the pattern is so demanding, and as you said before, it can become super tricky when you move to the next pair. It can play so different that it gets up to your brain.
And then you start making shots emotionally.
Now, this one is it's not really a high squad. We only have 10 people above par or at par, which is actually number 10th, Emil Holmberg from Sweden. He's got 800 after 4. Teemu Putkisto from Finland is 64 over. He's the only one trying to hold kind of okay. He would actually have still a chance to go on. And Trevor is now sitting with 976 after 4.
It's a monster.
It's ridiculously. So maybe he can catch Ethan's score. And for sure, if he keeps that pace, he's going to jump directly into step 2. How important do you think that is? Do you think it's important to have a pass directly to step 2, or you prefer? Or is there some advantage also in bowling from the beginning?
I think the closer you get to the money, the better, Like, the further up you can be is usually where you want to be.
But can you trick yourself? Like, okay,
yeah, you can trick yourself.
I didn't make it to step 2, but it's good because then I'm bowling from the morning. I can see how it goes, and
I get more experience. Yeah. I can understand some people can think that way, but I don't recommend it.
Oh, we have Pierre Lemieux. He was talking yesterday also when the Canadian guy, Matisse, he was talking a little bit on the streaming. So we had some a little bit of French going on. You can see we have English, Swedish, Spanish, French, Korean.
A little bit of everything in here.
We have to say hello everybody worldwide. We've been watching a little bit sooner on the YouTube, and we have people from more than 50 countries.
Really?
Yes, more than 50 countries.
That's awesome.
They were connected, so we are actually talking to the whole planet.
Hello world.
Hello world, exactly. You know what song I would play now as a DJ?
What?
David Guetta. The world is mine.
That's before my time.
I know. It was black and white music. Black and white music, definitely.
Oh no.
So Joey Bowl is giving us some more stats over here. It says Jack Blondolillo rolled the first televised 300 in 1967. Now, this is a very interesting topic. Now people talks a lot about how many 300 games they do and how good they are because they make so many 300 games. But back in the day, it was a lot harder to make 300 than it is today.
They're still so hard. I don't know what you mean. They're really hard to shoot 300.
Maybe in the tour, but in some of the places we see out there, I mean, how many 900s sanction are coming lately?
There's too many.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
But for example, Little Lily, when I was talking about Thomas Lee Anderson, when they brought me up to Sweden to learn the technique, he had a very small bowling alley in a small town called Degerfors in the north of Sweden. I came on 1994. Thomas was the world amateur bowler of the year in 1993. So, world-class bowler, obviously, not a bad bowler at all. He had the score sheet hanging on his office of his one and only 300. So he was the bowler of the year
And won 300.
and won 300.
Yeah, it's about the same now, right?
Later on, he did quite a few. But he was not the bowler of the year anymore. He kept bowling. He was more into coaching, and he did a lot of coaching, obviously, a lot of pro shop work. And I remember once traveling to United States on a flight to the United States. There was the USA Today on the front page of the sports on the United States. It was actually a graph talking about that thing, the 300 games.
Yeah.
And it was like from the 60s all the way to, I believe I flew there, I believe it was sometime 2002, 2003 for the high rollers and stuff like that. Spent some time with Arturo Quintero and Andres.
Yeah. Oh,
very,
boy.
very good friends.
Trouble.
Now you can understand how I am.
I
how
see.
am.
I understand
Now you
you.
understand the connections over there.
It's all making sense.
We have a new stat over here. We have so far bowled on this event 4,620 games bowled and 0 300s.
Yeah, they are hard.
They are very tricky. They are very demanding. The closest one we have seen was actually Trevor with that game of 289 we witnessed a couple of games ago. But Ryan lost count of his 300s. I don't think you count them anymore.
That's one of my local buddies, but I still have count.
You still count them?
I still count them. I keep them in my notes.
How many you have though?
I believe it is 33.
No. Only?
Yes.
You really are a baby boy.
Yeah, I've been bowling for 5 years.
You spend too much time trying to get good at basketball so I wouldn't kick your ass when we got to...
I was really worried about it. I knew this was going to happen. I'm prepared for this moment.
I'm having a lot of fun with you, Ryan. It's really wonderful. Maybe some people are going to say, like, what the hell is going on over there? They don't talk anything about what's going on the lanes, but it's very fun. And I think it's good for the people to see how open you guys are. I mean, you're not robots.
No.
You're not artificial intelligence or some supreme beings that you need to be afraid to talk to. The only thing I would say, obviously, if you're in the middle of a tournament and you're focused on what you're focused, because that has happened to me in my bowling days. Some people came to me after a couple of events and said, "Why are you so serious? Why is it so hard to talk to you?" And I'm like, "But I'm bowling. What do you want me to do? If I'm bowling, I'm bowling. I cannot be bowling." And
they don't get how invested you have to be to really.
So what I mean is that sometimes the people think, "Oh, these PBA guys, you're gonna talk about them," but it's on the contrary. You guys are really open. You're really fun to talk to. Spend time together, and
just not on the
just exactly. Just don't do it when I'm about to grab my ball and make a shot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Same thing if Walter Ray is about to release one of those shoe horse.
Don't talk to him.
Don't talk to him. He may put it on your head. And if he wants to, he's going to
Whoops.
put it on your head, right? Okay, we have AJ Johnson on lane 1 and 2, front 4.
He's due for a big squad.
This is game number 5, Turbo is going on. So AJ may not be having his best day on the lanes, but if he manages to do like Trevor did before, 280, that would put him on the lead for the
For
turbo on the game number 5. At the moment, I believe it's 277, unless I'm wrong. Oh, look at who's here, Tortore. But the 1/300 Thomas shot was for 100,000 Swedish. Tortore is Tore Torgersen.
Okay.
That of Noel.
Yeah.
You know, Noel?
Yeah.
Another very amazing bowler. From Norway, he was a superstar, and I mean superstar, super cool, very funny also. Had the chance to bowl with him in many events and spend time together. We were a big group over there traveling around, especially when they had these events in Scandinavia, Danish Tour, Swedish Tour, Eastern Opens. Nice to see you, Tore. Jag hoppas allt är bra med dig. Stor kram, Tore. It says you're doing a great job. I appreciate it, buddy. I couldn't expect you saying anything else. I don't want you to talk bad about me publicly. You can do on private.
You can do it to my face, just don't do it to the world.
Lobo to me, Ryan with 1166 in 5 was the highest so far. So that's a score that Trevor might pass. So you had the highest on the event after 5. But Trevor is trying to get that podium from you. Where is Trevor at the moment?
He's on 19 and 20.
19 and 20. Double 9 spare, strike 9 spare. That's not bad. It's pretty solid.
Very good. AJ front 5 on 1 and 2.
Now, since I have you here, and looks like Trevor's going to be the squad leader. Any question I should pop into him when I do the interview later on?
Ask him how worried he was about not bowling. He's pretty worried about not.
He was worried about not making it, right?
Yeah.
Allt bra för Tore. Actually, man, I'm having a lot of fun watching your son bowl. He's unbelievable. He also another guy who can blame it on the genes.
Yeah.
Blame it on the genes of both mom and dad. Amazing bowlers. Linda was actually bowling on the first Weber Cup edition, the one I played on.
Really?
Yeah, number 1 year 2000 in Poland, in Warsaw it was. Linda was on the team. Thomas Leandersson was on the team. I believe Wayne Greenall was on the team from England. Then it was me. In the United States, I think it was Tim Mack. I would say Bill Hoffman, I'm not sure. Tim Mack for sure. For sure, Timmy was there. Brian Kretzer, I believe he was another one. Brian Kretzer was there as well. The lefty that just was the bowler of the year, Mike Mullin. Could it be Mike Mullin? He was bowler of the year, 99 or 2000. He was a lefty. It's a fun story about that first Weber Cup edition. When we got there they built one bowling lane in a mall, in the middle of a mall, and we were supposed to have like official practice before the event. And when we get to that lane, the guy from AMF that was supposed to oil the lanes lost his flight. So the oil machine was sitting there, but nobody knew anything about that machine. And lucky for me, that was the same machine I had back in Barcelona. So I said to the guys, if you want to, I can, I can build a pattern over there, and we can try see if you like it. They said, yeah, Luis, go ahead. You're the baby boy. So
and then we
trust you. Do something. I did the pattern. I did it something I would like, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I bowled the first match of the competition against Mike, and I won the first point ever on the Weber Cup. So
you scammed him. You set him up for yourself.
Don't blame anybody else. It was my own doing on the oil. So
I
made sure
you shut out the left.
Not really. I just made it open on the outside. Right. I don't know if Walter Ray is still in the chat, but I'm gonna say something Walter Ray may not know. When I was really good on those days, and I was like having my cocky moment, I would turn around and say, "Who's Walter Ray?" I promise that, and I said from the beginning, he's the GOAT. He was my idol back in the day. I couldn't hook the ball, so why would I root for Pete Weber? I was more of a straight shooter like Walter Ray himself. But when I was like on fire, that was my phrase, like, who's Walter Ray?
I think Walter hooked it plenty, but I think he won some TV shows playing straight, that's for sure. The animal.
So, yeah, a lot of black and white history is coming out today onto this streaming.
Didn't think that would help with me, did you?
No, no. Trevor, 19 and 20. A lot of 9 spare going on. Is slowing down a little bit, but that is one of the tricky pairs also.
That is a tricky
19
pair.
and 20. So if he can survive that one, maybe have a couple of strikes going on, shoot to 20 to 15 to 20. It's going to put him close to 200 over. 1 game to go. And let's see. We have Tarek Helmi from Tori. We have Tarek from Egypt. You sure remember him? He's been bowling the World Cup over and over again. Very, very nice guy. Tarek says, Tore, the minister, is the guy to hang with. Ask me. But you see what I meant? We have Norway, United States, Korea,
That's crazy.
Egypt.
It's cool.
We are so happy that so many people is following this event, and it just gives us more and more motivation to keep going on. Mike Mullen, you see Mike Mullen.
Mike Mullen and PA.
Bowl in my area. Patrick Allen bowled with us in our weekly pot games. Pot. Why do I like that word, pot?
Oh, no.
We bragged that PBA Hall of Famer bowled in our pot games.
PA broke one of the... We had an arcade classic at my house, and he broke it.
Really?
Playing Golden Tee.
You made him pay for it?
We knew a guy that could fix it, but it was funny.
Did he get a red face after it happened? Like,
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he's classic PA. Come on, Mop. I didn't mean to, Mop.
Trevor strike on 8th frame, so he could go all the way up to 237, which could put him on 213 over after 5. That would definitely break your 5-game high scoring at the moment, but that would also give you some motivation for tomorrow, perhaps.
I mean, pins drop, so I'm really just fine where I am. I'm not really chasing that much score. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, how much you have now at the moment? I forgot.
1274.
1274?
Yeah, or 1374.
I
sorry.
was gonna say 1274. Then you have to bowl.
Yeah,
for sure.
1374.
But that should be more than enough to jump already to step 2.
Yeah, hopefully.
So you don't have to wake up that early on Sunday morning.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not.
Any jet lag left?
No, I've been. I went to Denmark, so.
Oh, that's true. You told me you
I've
guys
been
were
here for
in Denmark. You've been quite a few days over here.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks now. So.
And you're gonna have the jet lag as soon as you go back. You're gonna
fall asleep
at the wedding.
Yeah, I know.
Especially if the church ceremony it becomes a little bit too long and they start talking.
I'll be sitting in the back.
No chewing gum, yeah,
Yeah.
So they're very restrictive on that. Actually, the other day, I don't know who I was talking with, that topic came out, and I said, these signs they have in some restaurants that they have a dock with forbidden.
Yeah.
I said they have my picture in some of the church, like, he's forbidden as well.
Only makes sense.
Okay, let's have a look a little bit around. We also want to talk a little bit about other bowlers. Let's see if anyone was doing good. We see some okay games for game number 5 on Sean Rice. He was doing okay, just a couple of open frames on 7 and 8. He's bowling with Christopher Sloan over there. Also a lot of strikes, but also with a couple of open frames. AJ Johnson, it's on his way for a 268 on lane 1 and 2. 268, unfortunately, is not enough to get that turbo spot. And AJ was sitting with... I don't see him. AJ Johnson. Three below par, sitting at the 11th position, 3 below par. So if he shoots 268, he's going to be with 65 over. He's going to need maybe 230, 230 to 40 on the last one.
240 at least to be safe.
Try to gain his spot into the final. AJ won a couple of years ago, so he should be not comfortable, but it shouldn't be an area of the lane that he doesn't feel like bowling okay.
He beat me 2 years ago in match play.
Still remember that? Did you have that on your?
It's on my wall
notebook as well.
It's in my wallpaper actually. No, I'm kidding.
Now, since we are talking a little bit history from time to time, besides that, because obviously that is always that, and it's the first bowler you probably tried for you. any bowling idols besides that?
Tommy Jones is a
Tommy
big one.
Jones?
I was around him a lot growing up. I watched him a lot. Bill O'Neill's awesome. Belmo, obviously one of the best players of our game. Simo. I think
Simo is unbelievable.
I
as
love
well.
watching Simo bowl. Don't. Hopefully he's not watching, but yeah, he's incredible. So yeah.
Quite a few then. Quite a few that you
Yeah.
can say. Okay, we have a question over here from Joey Bowler. Ask Ryan if he remembers when his dad bowled against Marshall Hoffman, Mark Roth, and Lisa Wagner as an amateur.
Yeah, I was actually sitting in the stands, front row. No, I wasn't born yet, but I've watched the clip.
You've seen the video.
I've seen the video. It was a really cool video.
Tarek says bowled with Chris the African Cup in '97 in South Africa, UAE Open, British Open. He was one of my idols when I started, and Ryan is carrying the flag for sure.
I appreciate that.
I remember back in the day, it was not only your dad, it was another American bowler from Team USA. It was traveling quite a lot, Patrick Healy. Patrick Healy Jr. He was also bowling a lot with us.
My dad were teammates in college. So.
That might be the reason. They came a lot into European events also when they had that Super Six, they called it in Gothenburg and stuff like that. I'm actually quite happy that this event is going on, the Lucky Larsen, because it's quite an opportunity for people that lives so far away from United States. It's so expensive if let's say you're a real bowling fan and you have like this dream on seeing you guys bowling, and maybe get the chance to ask for some autographs, a signed T-shirt, or maybe take a couple of pictures or whatever. And the fact that you guys have this big event happening here, and it's closer for many of us.
It's still amazing what Baque and Martin and what those guys have done with this tournament. I mean,
and it's not easy. I mean,
it's incredible.
As you can see in the office, it's 3 or 4 guys in the office, 3 or 4 guys in the staff.
It's not just those guys. Obviously, it's taking a village. You guys here and Daniel doing most of the hard work behind the scenes. But yeah,
Daniel is always working hard. He's walking from side to side. He's doing a lot. Actually, there is only one guy in the room who is sitting all day long. I wish we had the camera so you guys could see the streaming room, because it's only one guy who's really doing not much during the days. He only
does the most important thing.
He pressed one button. That's what he told me a couple of days ago. If something happens to me, don't worry. With that machine, you only have to press start.
Yep.
Obviously, we're talking about the lane guy. Just in case someone was wondering, it's the guy that everybody loves in every event, especially when the lanes are like that and the scores are like that. He gets a lot of hugs as soon as he gets into the bowling alley.
It's either his fault or the bowlers are great.
He said that the other day. That's true. When they do really good, it's always the bowlers are so good, and when they're so bad, it's always my fault.
I mean, me personally, I've never blamed a lane guy in my life. So the first squad. Sorry, funny story. The first squad, I was talking to him about it. I was just giving him crap because I was bowling bad. So, but
so you gave him a
I gave him a little hard time. Yeah. Yeah, let's just say I changed my game plan quite a bit. So.
Actually, I was thinking one they did that boxing machine contest.
Yeah.
That was trying to reach 300, but the other one was trying to get the highest scoring.
Yeah.
And I said to Patrick Bakke, is the bowling alley owner, if you want someone to really break the record of that machine, you should put the Christian Jonas picture on the boxing machine. Give them some motivation.
I don't think that's it. People like Christmas.
Now, obviously, Christian Jonas is not only a big professional, but he's a very, very nice guy. Also, it's a lot of fun.
He's okay at best, he's in the room. Let's not hype him up too much,
Above average. Let's say above average. We have Joey Bowler over here saying Patrick Healy Jr., Rick Steelsmith were amazing. Sadly, a serious shoulder injury affected Steelsmith's career. I had no idea about that.
Steelsmith he was actually my coach at Wichita.
Was he?
So,
cool.
Back in the day, I mean, he looked like he was on pace to become one of the best bowlers ever when he came out of college. So,
Wichita. Now, Wichita is How many Colombian bowlers you get in Wichita year after year? It's like
Uh,
half Team Colombia is always
Yeah,
going
it
up
used
there.
to be quite a bit more. Now it's only like one or two.
Slowing down a little
But
bit.
yeah, every once.
I
I mean,
remember back in the day,
Sarah
Andres was
Duquesne's
here,
there. I
and
mean,
Sara, the girls, what's her name?
Clara.
Oh, I'm so bad with the memory. You see, Alzheimer is coming, kick, dementia, Alzheimer. But
Yeah.
the two girls that are on the professional tour actually,
Yeah, Clara.
Clara, exactly, Clarita. Say
Uh,
hello to Clarita if she's watching, and Rocio.
Rocio, yeah.
Rocio. Actually, I remember Rocio the first time she bowled the World Cup, and I believe it was 2003 in Malaysia, and she was so young. She wears socks all the way to her knees. She looked so funny. And for some reason, because I started my DJ career, I stood away from bowling for nearly 10 years, like really away. And the next time I see her, she's already a grown-up woman, and I'm like, that face is so familiar. That face is so familiar. And
And
then
then you realize.
I realized, man, that was that little girl over there. Trevor keeps going, 220 something, 227, I believe, he shot. So he's
Yeah, we
gonna
got
be,
distracted.
he's already 200 over.
That's a.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's going insane. Over here, Rick Hartings. Hey guys, Rick Hartings here from Play More Lanes in Coldwater,
Yeah.
Ohio, I believe.
Yeah.
We just held our PBA event last weekend. We are hoping Ryan can make our events in the future. Love tuning in and watching every day. Thank you, Rick. Ryan, what about that?
I was actually supposed to bowl, and then I ended up bowling the Odense International instead. So
You had to adjust the
yeah,
timing. It
sadly,
just made sense.
I had to skip on the regional. But hopefully, I can bowl there in the future. I know Alec Keplinger had a great time there. So
Perhaps next year, if the calendar is a little bit more space in between those events,
yeah,
you may have a chance to go over there. Okay, game four. No, sorry, game five is over. We are entering the last game of the squad. We're having a lot of fun over here with Ryan Barnes and the crew. We have a lot of people on the chat, so I'm going to be making a little bit of publicity over here. Please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's 100% for free, and it's going to allow us to keep on going for more and more events, do a lot of stuff. Not only this one is going to be until the very end, until we do the prize ceremony, but a little bit of PBA regional in Sweden, also the Swedish National League, which is unbelievable to witness. It's super fun, electrifying. It's going to be almost as when we play our basketball match. It's going to be so much
so
tension in
yeah,
there. So please go ahead, subscribe to our channel. Don't be shy,
like, subscribe, comment any questions.
and make sure you don't miss Ryan's channel.
Yeah, go to
Care-
Barnesy Bowling and hit the subscribe button.
Okay, scores are about to refresh. We are entering the last game of the squad. We have Timu from Finland with 1060. We have Antonio Fiorentino from Italy, 24 over.
Trevor's at 1199.
Trevor is in a league of his own, 199 over. That's like bowl half the game and you're already in the final, right?
AJ at 1053. He's looking for a big game here to kind of sneak in.
Let's see his first shot in lane 5. Oh,
Oh, light mixer 7.
And that is one of those moments where you really want to keep it cool no matter what happens. I mean, you don't want to let the game get into your head so much, especially when you are there, you can still make it.
Yeah.
So even if you get a couple of unlucky shots, don't give up, keep going, breathe deep. That was quite an interesting seminar at the beginning of the week from Strike Mine Academy.
Yeah.
I had the chance to be there. One of the guys is more into the bowling business, but then is the woman. She's more into the real
Mental.
studying of the brain and how it works into the cell levels.
Okay.
She was explaining quite interesting stuff on how by doing breathing exercises, obviously you don't have the time to stop and do a lot of breathing during the games and stuff. But she was teaching, or she was explaining that you can train your brain back in the house. It was pretty interesting. She explained if you really go on that brain training by those
We actually
deep
did that at
breath.
school.
You
We
worked on that.
we done some stuff like that.
She was explaining it. You get into that state of mind that, for example, they do in the jungle with the ayahuasca and all this kind of
Yeah.
shaman things that you kind of connect with the spirits and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you can get yourself into that deep, deep mind.
The zone.
The zone, exactly. So that's pretty cool. You did that in Wichita?
Yeah. We did that. We had once a week we do small team and we work on the mental games.
That's pretty cool.
Very spoiled at Wichita.
It's like a place you would recommend for people from all over the world that they are young ones and
Yeah.
they really want to go on their bowling career. They have some aspirations to become a professional bowler. So
For sure.
that would be like a place to
You
go.
have there. You got Weber. There's a bunch of really good schools right now in the United States to progress. All right. Well, it's been a blast. I think I'm gonna.
No, yeah,
Step out.
I was gonna say now it's time for a little bit of dinner. Also, food
Yeah.
time. Even my stomach starts to get a little bit of noisy. You know, it's telling me time to eat, time to eat. I cannot leave the commentary because I have to stay until the very end, and then I have to run and do the interview. And then what's gonna happen is when I really go to the kitchen, everybody's ordering food
Yeah.
for the next one. So I'm gonna wait a little longer, but you don't have to.
Do you want me to
be,
get something for you?
yeah.
I can bring you some food.
Maybe you can tell if they can do a pizza. That would be lovely.
You want pizza?
That would
I
be
can do
lovely.
that.
That would be even better. Now I'm gonna play it a little bit easier on the basketball game. You just touched
Nah.
my heart, buddy.
Maybe I'm not gonna get you pizza.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Barnes, amazing bowler, amazing kid. It was a true honor and a lot of fun to spend some time with you, buddy. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you for
so
having me.
much for holding so much long with me by my side. Nobody has lasted that long.
Really?
You have. You're gonna get a medal for that for sure. Pleasure, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. We have the scorings are updated after 5 games. We still have 12 bowlers above par. Trevor Roberts doing an amazing job. 1199, 236, 289, 214, 237, 223. Back to business. As I was saying, Trevor Roberts, 1199. It's unbelievable high, especially in these tough conditions. What he's doing is mesmerizing. Second position, Timu Putkisto from Finland, 1060, 211, 201, 233, 219, 196. Then we have from Italy, Giorgio Grananiello, 1055. It's coming back. 189, 192, 193, 215, 266. Then we find AJ Johnson from the United States, 1053. Games of 174, 214, 207, 202, 256. So AJ is on the growing path. He needs probably a 240 game to try to put himself on 90 something over. Ryan has predicted maybe 95 would be enough to make it into the cut. I'm not sure that's going to be enough. I keep thinking it's going to go a little bit higher, but I'm a very optimistic person. I could probably more than wrong. There is some more people asking over there. Let me see. Question time again. If you could change one rule in professional bowling to make the game more exciting, what would it be and why? Well, Ryan is no longer here, and I don't think I'm the person to get myself into rules in professional bowling because I never bowled the PBA Tour. I've bowled a lot of amateur bowling with real good bowlers, as I said, Thomas Lee Anderson, Torre Torgersen, Tim Mack, Ryan's father when he was before he went into the PBA Tour. But it definitely is an interesting topic. And then we have Nick Rinaldi. Question for Walter. I'm not sure Walter's still over here, but if he is, he's probably gonna give you an answer. They are asking, do you think the balls of today definitely creates an advantage over balls from when you were in your prime? Do you also think that there is too many balls available? That's a quite a good question. On the first one, my personal opinion, definitely yes. The balls today help a lot more than the balls they did in the past, especially a lot more than they did in the 80s, but also they made the game so much different. Back in the day, it was a lot more about precision. Nowadays, it looks like it's a little bit more about the power. Maybe not that much in the tour, but definitely a lot more in the amateur area. And second question was, do you also think that there is too many balls available? Probably yes. Probably that was another fun topic we were discussing. I think it was yesterday. I remember when I used to bowl World Championships, and when I was really young, like 14, 15, 16, they would check on every single ball we brought over there. They were check the weight, check the measurement, check the hardness. As soon as we started bringing 9 balls into the World Championships, some people even brought more. Uh, they decided it was too much of a job to take care of all or to check so many balls. I mean, we have a World Cup with 80 different countries and 6 bowlers from each country. That's 480 bowlers. It's not the same if they bring 3 balls as if they bring 8 balls. So probably yes, there is too many balls. But it was a question for Walter Ray. So if Walter, you're still around and you want to answer that one, be my guest. Joy Bowler, have you bowled any Lustig scratch tournaments in New York? No, I've never bowled in New York. I've been there a couple of times. Actually, last time, hello over there. Last time I was in New York, I was watching some NBA games. Team Mac was picking me up in the airport. He drove me into not the New York Knicks because I was staying right in front of the Garden, but to the match of the New Jersey Nets. Timmy was the one driving me up and down. I'm not sure Tim is watching at the moment. He's quite busy with his successful football career of his daughter. But in case he's somewhere around, I'm sending a big hug to my cousin, Timmy Mac. Great bowler, great man, great friend. Uh, Jimmy Bones the Third. Do the Wagners still compete around Europe? I guess you ask about the sisters. I believe they do. I haven't seen them this week. Jenny Wagner, and I haven't really seen them around. Maybe they show up on Saturday. I'm not sure. Now it's a very busy moment because people starts to want to pay for the next squad and do the lane drawing for the next squad, especially since we had that little breakdown on the beginning of this squad on lane 9 and 10. So everything has delayed slightly. So I believe people is already around trying to register and stuff like that. So unfortunately, both Daniel and Martin are running around like chickens without heads. It's a lot of things going on, and they have to attend a lot of stuff. So otherwise, a little bit later on, when they come in, I'm gonna ask them if the sisters are gonna show up or not. Okay, let's go back into our last game. We have some potential high scoring on lane 19 and 20. Mikael Westman, front 4. We have a 4-bagger on lane 15 and 16 for Antonio Fiorentino. Very talented two-handed bowler from Italy. And guess who's doing it again? Lane 3 and 4, Trevor Roberts, front 5. I mean, hats off, it's probably not enough. It's unbelievable. He's got 199 over and the front 5 on the last game. So we're finally going to get that 1400 unless something really bad happens. If he doesn't get 1400, definitely I'm not going to mention the 1400s ever again in the rest of the event because I'm going to be the biggest jinxer in the planet. And it's so many of you from so many places that you're going to keep on pointing me next time you meet me. And I don't want that feeling. Joy Bolle says, Team Mac rolled an amazingly powerful ball. Rep rate was super high. Yeah, Timmy was unbelievable. He was super powerful. Uh, I remember once he was bowling the Singapore Open. If you had 300 game over there, it was like $100,000. He made an amazing 12 shot and he got the 7 pin. That was one of the memories I really remember. Another thing I remember very well from Tim Mack is on one of those Wall 10 pin masters we bowled on TV. The both of us were flying one day later than everyone else, and we had nothing to do once the event was over. And we ended up going to the movies, and we saw that Mac Ryan movie, You've Got Mail. So you see, you've got a lot of a lot of fun memories. We have the owner of the house walking also, quite busy, Mr. Patrick Paquet. You want to say hello to the whole world? We have people from 200 different people. Tore Torgersen is on the chat. Walter Ray Williams is on the chat. Tarek Helmi from...
Hello, everybody.
You're running quite a show, buddy.
Yes, yes.
You...
I'm on the way to dinner with the Storm Group.
See, you're always busy. Unbelievable. That's why you get good people doing the job for you, right? He just left too quickly. No answer. Where's Trevor? I don't remember. Chris is, yeah, 3 and 4. Thank you. Front 5. He's going to make the shot now on lane 4. So if you guys want to witness some spectacular, go to the cameras of lane 3 and 4. Trevor is on fire. 2 pin. No, exactly. And that's another thing. A very good point from Christian Jonas. Trevor is letting the ball do the job. He's not over gripping. He's not using a lot of wrist. It's definitely not flying the ball 30 feet down the lane, as quite a few are doing at the moment. And how is paying that for them? Not that high, not that high, not that high. So 9 spare for Trevor. He's already 39 over on frame number 5. He's definitely gonna break. He's gonna be I don't know if Linda is somewhere around, but Linda, you may be short with those 14.26. Trevor is actually gonna go even a little bit higher than that. Hey, we have Johnny Magnusson. Hello, boys. Hey, yeah, Pergamon or Cabaret. We have some fan of the Pergamon team over there. So, hello back, Johnny. Now I'm trying to find AJ. Where is AJ bowling this last game? AJ Johnson, where are you? I don't see you. Again, too many lanes to look after. A surprising score. It's Robin Ilamar, 1004, only 3 frames to go. Robin Ilamar is one of the biggest Swedish talents at the moment, young kid. He did 576 to win the Under-21 World Cup just 6-7 weeks ago here at Olympia Bowling in Helsingborg. He won the European Championship right the week before, golden medal, and then he flew to Madrid and he won that event as well. So he's been quite on fire for the last few months. He's not doing that good over here, but at some point he's gonna find his way to succeed. Where is AJ, buddy? Can you see AJ? So he could go all the way up to 236 if he strikes out, which he definitely needs. That would put him with 89 over. That would be even a little shorter compared to what Ryan's a little bit more optimistic lower cut would be. And for the turbo, remember games 5 and 6, if you shoot high enough, you can make your way into the final by getting a high score on the turbo. But it doesn't look like anyone is going to do more than 270. Actually, the only one in the field that could get to the 270s, it's Trevor himself. People that still had the chance, it would be Teemu Putkisto from Finland. He was with 60 over. Let me try to find Teemu around the block. Teemu. Oh, not a good game for Timo either. 106, 3 frames to go, so he could only reach 196. That's definitely not going to make it into the final. AJ Johnson, more of the same, not going to be enough. Now the Italian guy and Christopher Sloan are the other two who had kind of, if they have a very high game, they could still have a chance. But I don't see that many strikes anywhere, so I don't think they're going to be able to do that either. Give me a second, I'm trying to find him. Giorgio Graganiello, where are you, Giorgio? He's definitely hiding, I don't see him. Yeah, over there. No, he needs to strike out for a 200 game, so Giorgio is also out of the picture. And Sloan, no, 42, 232. That would put Sloan with 1282. He would need the score to go lower, so it doesn't look that way. So yeah, it looks like the interview is going to be with Trevor. It looks like the only one who's going to score really high on this game again is going to be Trevor. He's got 1358 already with a double on and a potential of 279, which would be 120 pins more to add on that score. So if he strikes out, he's going to shoot 1478, which is mesmerizing. This is unbelievable. And then they say the lanes are hard. Amazing job by Trevor Roberts. This is really, we are really witnessing something impressive. Okay, Walter Ray was still in the chat. He gave an answer. Walter Ray says the balls are different, but so are the deliveries. There was also less oil many years ago. There are definitely a lot of balls out there these days. I personally don't see a huge difference in them. Then he says that might be due to my low rep rate though. Many years ago, Don Carter told me that when he learned to go straighter was when he got better. But that was the better way to throw the ball way back then. Today, it is good to hook the ball. I agree with you, Walter, especially the way the game is evolving. I would say it was, for me at least, I don't know how it was in the United States. For me, it was a big change from wooden lanes to synthetic lanes. That was the first big change I saw happening. Bowling alleys didn't need to get resurfaced over and over again, year after year. It felt like the synthetic lanes gave a little bit of extra friction in the back end compared to the wooden lanes. And then when the Excalibur came out, it was like quite a big of a change. So the evolution, it feels like the bowling ball factories and the Kegel guys, they're racing each other. Okay, you make a thicker oil, I'm gonna make a more tacky ball, and all the way around. But that is a perception you get from Spain and from Europe. It could be a little bit different back on the United States and back on the tour. Walter also says, but the better bowlers learn to do what it takes to strike, and that is a very good tip. It's not about the power only, it's not about the accuracy only. Bowling is a very complex game and you need to master quite a few things. When I do some coaching, I tell them we have to learn technique, and technique is going to help you be able to do many things and become consistent, but then you also need to learn to read the lane, so you make sure you're always on the right spot or at least far away from the penalty zones. And definitely nowadays you really need to understand the equipment, you need to understand your balls, because how many people over there, they bowl on a night league and they go back home and tell their wife or their husband, oh, today I was so unlucky, I hit the pocket over and over again, but I couldn't carry, I wasn't lucky. Trying to explain them is not about luck. Actually, you need to have the right ball, so you get the right angle into the pocket. If you have the wrong angle, it could be either too weak or too strong. As soon as the angle is not the proper one, it's going to be harder to carry no matter how many times you put the ball in the pocket. So obviously, technique, it's a part of the game. Lane reading is a part of the game. Understanding the balls you have on your back, it's a part of the game. And you can never forget the mental part. If you're not able to perform mentally, it's going to be hard for you to succeed, especially when you go to tougher conditions and you need to remain focused. And so it's a very, very complex sport we play and we practice, but it's also the reason why we love it, isn't it? It's demanding. It's like a puzzle you have to solve over and over and over again. Now, is how lucky are we that we can have perhaps the greatest bowler of all time, Walter Reid, on the chat and giving us his point of view and perspective. Walter, we are really, really thankful that you spend some time with us and that you are communicating with the people in the chat. I personally want to thank you from the deepest bottom of my heart. It's a true honor that you're spending some time with us. The squad is almost over. We're just going to see what Trevor manages to do, and then I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. We'll be back as soon as we start with the next squad. There goes Trevor on lane 4. Oh, all right, that's a split. Definitely he can afford that. He's going to be on the 245, I believe, if he takes one. Yeah, 236, 245, and he's going to get, we have the final 1400 is finally here. I haven't jinxed anybody this time. I'm so happy. Nick Rinaldi says, Walter, thanks for sharing your opinion. It's actually an honor. I mean, we are super happy to have Walter around and some other people also talking from so many places around the world. It makes us feel very happy. It gives us more energy to keep going on the following squads. So Walter Ray says, thank you. Unfortunately, I'm recovery from shoulder surgery and won't be bowling right-handed for about 4 months. Oh, wow. Shoulder is never a fun part. We were talking a little bit earlier about Tim Mack. Tim Mack has surgery on both of his shoulders. It has been probably the main reason why he hasn't been bowling much lately. We wish you the best, Walter. We hope you have a speedy recovery and we can see you back on the lanes. The sooner the better. But health is number one, so make sure the rehab is proper. Final score for Trevor Roberts, 1,444, 244 over. That's 51 pins higher than what Ethan Fury had. Unbelievable. So now, guys, you're going to have to excuse me. I have to go out there and interview Trevor, see if he can let me know how it feels. But it has been a pleasure to have so many people over here in the chat. And as I said before, we will be back as soon as the last squad on the day goes on. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe into our YouTube channel if you have not done yet. Thank you, everybody who was there. Thank you, Walter Ray. It was a pleasure. See you later.